5 a.m., July 16th, 1945. You're standing in the New Mexico desert, and your hands won't stop shaking. Not from the cold. The air is warm, electric. Someone just handed you welding goggles. Dark enough to look at the sun, they said. You're 10 miles from ground zero, 10 miles from the tower, 10 miles from the thing they're calling Gadget, the first atomic bomb. You helped with the calculations. The math that turns uranium into unleashed hell. Oppenheimer is nearby, chain-smoking, muttering something in Sanskrit. You catch fragments. Now I am become death, destroyer of worlds. His face is gray. Everyone looks gray in the pre-dawn darkness. A general walks past checking evacuation routes. That's when it hits you. They're not sure this will work. Worse, they're not sure it won't ignite the entire atmosphere. Enrico Fermi is taking bets. Will it work? Will it fizzle? Will it end the world? Someone bet on complete failure. Someone else bet on Armageddon. You didn't bet. You can't. Because in 29 minutes, you'll know which one wins. The storm started an hour ago. Lightning cracks across the sky, illuminating the 100-foot steel tower in the distance. That's where Gadget sits. 13 pounds of plutonium core, conventional explosives arranged in a perfect sphere around it. One miscalculation, one asymmetry, and it's just an expensive firework. Or worse, it goes off now, during the lightning. Someone's arguing about postponing. Too dangerous, too unstable. But General Groves shakes his head. We go at 5:30. The president needs to know what we have before Potsdam ends. You think about that. Truman is negotiating with Stalin right now. Japan hasn't surrendered. This test determines everything. How the war ends, how the next one starts. A physicist next to you is ripping paper into small pieces. Fermi, for measuring the blast wave, he explains casually, like he's preparing for a high school science experiment, not the birth of the atomic age. The tower lights up again, thunder rolls. The countdown begins in 20 minutes. 5:10 a.m. The loudspeaker crackles. All personnel to observation points. T-minus 20 minutes. You're lying on the ground now, face down, away from the blast. They've painted your back with sunscreen, not for UV protection, for thermal radiation, the kind that burns shadows into concrete. A voice on the radio. Base camps evacuated to 20 miles. All livestock moved to 30. Livestock. They moved cows farther than humans. You try not to think about what that means. Someone's praying in Spanish. Someone else is checking instruments with obsessive precision, adjusting, readjusting. There's nothing left to adjust. Kenneth Bainbridge, the test director, walks through the trenches. If this works, he says to no one in particular, we're all going to be famous. You think, if this works, we're all going to hell. The goggles feel heavy in your hands. You're supposed to put them on at T-minus 1 minute. Look away, even with them on. But you know you won't. Nobody will. How do you not look at the sun being born? T-minus 10 minutes. Your heart is a drum. Every beat counts down. You think about the calculations, the models, the equations scrawled across blackboards in Los Alamos. All the brilliant minds arguing about compression ratios and critical mass. All the safeguards. All the redundancies. And still, Teller had run numbers on atmospheric ignition, the chance of nitrogen fusion, of turning air itself into fuel. Negligible, they concluded. Nearly zero. Nearly. Not zero. You force yourself to breathe. 5 minutes now. The radio operator's voice is mechanical, detached. T-minus 5. All systems nominal. The lightning has stopped. The sky is clearing. Someone says it's a sign. You don't believe in signs. You believe in physics. In math, in the terrifying power of E equals mc squared. Energy equals mass times the speed of light squared. Such a simple equation, such catastrophic implications. T-minus 2 minutes. Final stations. Everyone goes silent. Even the prayers stop. You can hear breathing. Dozens of men breathing, waiting. 60 seconds. You press your face into the sand. The goggles are on now. Everything is dark green through the welded glass. Your eyes are closed behind them. Extra protection. They said even closed eyes won't be enough when it goes. The light will penetrate your skull. 45 seconds. Fermi is still holding his paper scraps, ready to drop them when the shockwave hits. Always the scientist. 30 seconds. Someone's crying. You can hear it. Quiet, controlled, but unmistakable. 20 seconds. This is it. The moment everything changes. Before and after. The world that was and the world that will be. 15 seconds. Your fingers dig into the dirt. 10 seconds. The countdown is automatic now. A mechanical voice from the bunker. 9, 8, 7. You think about your family, your wife, your daughter who thinks you're doing important research. 6, 5, 4, God forgive us. 3, 2, 1, light. Not light, something beyond light, something that doesn't have a name yet. Your eyes are closed, pressed into your arm, dark goggles covering them, and still, light. Brighter than looking at the sun, brighter than anything that should exist. Purple-white burning through your eyelids like they're tissue paper. The desert is day. No, brighter than day. The desert is the surface of a star. You can't help it. You look. You turn your head and open your eyes and look directly at it through the goggles. The fireball is growing, impossibly fast, impossibly bright. Colors that don't exist. Violet bleeding into orange, into green, into white. The core is too bright to perceive. Your brain can't process it. A sphere of hell expanding at thousands of feet per second. Boiling, churning, alive. The tower is gone, vaporized. Not destroyed, ceased to exist. The sand beneath is glass now. Trinitite, a new mineral, created in microseconds. You feel heat on your face, on your exposed skin. 10 miles away and you feel the heat of a sun. Your sun. Humanity's sun. 40 seconds after the light, the sound arrives. Not sound. Violence. The earth moves. Literally moves beneath you. The shock wave hits like a physical wall. Crack. Boom. Thunder and earthquake and explosion compressed into one impossible roar. You're thrown back. Sand stings your face. The air itself is pushing you. You feel it in your chest, your bones, your teeth. Fermi drops his paper. The pieces fly backward, then forward, then scatter. He's measuring, calculating, even now. The mushroom cloud is rising. You watch it climb. 1 mile, 2 miles, 5, 7. It keeps going. The cap spreading out like a malignant flower, purple and brown and angry red. Someone is screaming, "It worked! It worked!" Others are silent, frozen. Oppenheimer isn't celebrating. He's standing perfectly still, watching his creation reach for the stratosphere. You understand his expression now. This isn't triumph. This is horror. This is the moment you realize what you've done, what can't be undone. The cheering starts. Scientists hugging, generals shaking hands. Someone breaks out whiskey. "To the end of the war!" they shout. You don't join. You're still staring at the cloud. It's 40,000 feet high now. 8 miles of radioactive debris climbing into the atmosphere. The wind will carry it, spread it, across New Mexico, across America, across the world. Kenneth Bainbridge walks up to Oppenheimer. You hear him say it. "Now we're all sons of bitches." Oppenheimer nods, doesn't disagree. Someone hands you a bottle. You drink. It tastes like ash, like the end of something. The mushroom cloud is starting to drift east. You think about Japan, about the cities that don't know what's coming, about the fact that in 3 weeks there will be another flash, another fireball, but not in an empty desert, in Hiroshima, over people, over children, and you help to make it possible. The equations don't care about morality. Physics doesn't care about right or wrong, but you do, and you'll carry this for the rest of your life. The instruments are recording everything. Seismographs jumped. Cameras captured the birth and growth, every millisecond documented. The yield. 22 kilotons, equivalent to 22,000 tons of TNT, more powerful than anyone predicted. Fermi's paper method estimated 10 kilotons. He was close, always close. Someone mentions the crater, 1,000 feet wide, 8 feet deep, glass-lined, radioactive, will be for thousands of years. They're planning to collect samples tomorrow, study the trinitite, analyze the fallout. Science marches on, but the celebration feels hollow now. Reality is settling in. A few people are getting sick already. Radiation exposure. Not lethal doses. Probably. They don't really know. This is all new territory. New science. New kind of death. You look at your hands. They helped design the detonation sequence. Clean hands. Killer's hands. The same hands. Outside, the cloud has reached maximum height. 50,000 feet. Nearly 10 miles. Visible from 200 miles away. People across New Mexico saw the flash, felt the rumble. They're calling the base, asking what exploded. Ammunition depot, the official story goes. Nobody believes it. How could they? You're driving back to Los Alamos as dawn fully breaks. The normal sun seems dim now, inadequate. You've seen brighter. You've seen terrible. The radio is playing music. Swing, like it's a normal day. Like the world didn't just change forever, but it did. At 5:29:45 a.m., July 16th, 1945, in the Jornada del Muerto Desert, the Journey of Death Desert, appropriately, humanity split the atom and became God, or the devil. You're not sure which. In 3 weeks, Hiroshima. 3 days after that, Nagasaki. Hundreds of thousands dead in seconds. The war will end, but so will something else. Innocence, maybe. The illusion of safety. The belief that some knowledge shouldn't be pursued. You'll live with this memory for decades. The light that burned into your retinas, the sound that shook your bones, The moment you witness the impossible become real. The moment humanity learned to destroy itself efficiently. People will ask you what it was like. You'll never find the right words. How do you describe watching the birth of the apocalypse? How do you explain being present at the end of one world and the beginning of another? You can't. You just carry it. The weight of that morning, the weight of that light, forever.